Good evening. It is April 21, 2026, and it's a Tuesday. Here in Sherbrooke, it is currently 7 degrees Celsius, 44 degrees Fahrenheit. How does the song go? 44, 44, I can't stand that number no more. Song with the Residents. What is the name of that song? Is it 44? Yes, 44 from the Blackberry Suite. It's on Cube E. Live recording of Cube E. This one, Finest Flowers? The sun this morning rose at 5:52 a.m. It's set at 7:41 p.m. So recently, it's 13 hours and 49 minutes of sunlight. The days are getting longer. Finally, I worked this morning doing a loadout of a play, which went well. But I was pretty tired and hungover. What's new, I guess. And I was like sad. There was a couple times where I felt like I was going to start crying. I don't cry that often. And I had the song Dead Things Live by Cusp just stuck in my head. And then I left work and it had gotten really nice and warm. And so I decided, like, I'm gonna walk. I wanted to go to the A&W, get myself a hamburger. As I was on my way over there, I walked along the lake. I listened to the song Dead Things Live by Cusp several times in a row. I was feeling like these strong emotions. A lot of sadness, exasperation, and yeah, just being sad that I'm continually making the same decisions that hurt me all the time. And I was thinking about this earlier as I was walking home. It's just really frustrating and depressing to observe my life falling apart, but not fall apart enough so that I want to change, or that I can't continue functioning to a certain extent, but it's on shaky ground, and it just I'm just going to continue suffering if I keep making these choices. And then as I was about to continue on the bike path, the Jacques-Cartier Park, I was thinking about the amount of money that I'm going to spend, whatever the $15 to get some fast food, is not going to be worth the $15 reduction in my bank account. I'm going to be fine with the pay rent and everything, but I was just yeah, I think I'm going to be fine, but I've got a lot of money, not a lot of money, but well, for me, a lot of money coming in, but I don't know exactly when, although some of it did come in tonight, which is good. That's, the life of, and just not constant, but, recurring, fear and frustration of not having enough money, that comes with, being, an independent contractor. So, I decided, I'm just gonna go home and I'm gonna eat. Oh yeah, then I wanted to grab a synthesizer, the Roland TB3, because I've had this idea for a long time. And I made it work in theory, just using software yesterday. Okay, there's this thing called MIDI beat clock, right? Which is how you can take a sequencer, or be it hardware or software, and or at least basically anything that can have a tempo, assigned a tempo to something. And through MIDI, you can synchronize other devices or other pieces of software using specific MIDI messages, right? That are, well, literally how it works is that you send a start message, and then you send this clock message that is at 24 pulses per quarter note. For like every quarter note, it'll send the message 24 times, right? And then the MIDI sort of like secondary device, one that's like listening, will be able to interpret like, okay, well, if I received, for example, I mean, I think you understand how this works, or maybe not, and maybe I'm just like bad at explaining this. But like, it'll also interpret like subdivisions, right? So after 12 pulses, it'll say like, okay, well, if there's any like 16th notes to play, play those 16th. That's sort of a bad explanation. But anyway, what I want to do is just have a sequencer, which is listening. I don't want to say listening for really like how it works. Anyway, have another sequencer, right? And specifically the Roland TB3. And I like the way the sequencer works in just like entering note data. And it's a, I don't want to say a clone, but like a version of the TB303, right? Or at least like a synthesizer that uses like a similar interface and tries to emulate the sound of that iconic synthesizer. What I wanted to do is just like see like, all right, well, what if I just send like a start message, and then I send a certain amount of those clock messages? It should advance the sequencer by one step in the sequencer. So what I can do, instead of just like starting the sequence and then I'm just playing the tempo, I could have it so that I could just send like a trigger in software, and in Max, have it sort of just send the correct number of clock messages, and then the sequence will advance by one. And so I got this to work in software, but the thing that I didn't know, because I didn't really think of this, there is a minimum BPM, that's beats per minute. So like there's like a threshold for the slowest tempo that the synthesizer will play at, or well, the sequencer will play at. And I even see it like when I go into sort of like tempo settings of the Roland TB3, I can't go below 40. And even if I use something like Ableton Live, and send MIDI clock out from there, right? If I go below 40, it just like freaks out and stops playing. And so that's like a huge bummer, because I really wanted to use this in that way. I mean, the concept still works and still good, that I can control other software sequencers that way, or because I'm really into having multiple sequencers going at the same time that have different lengths, like a different number of steps. Because although the sequences will be repeating, it'll take a long time for both sequencers, like basically to get back to both of them being at the first step, right? I don't know if that makes sense. So it'll take a while before all that looping leads back to that sequence of looping happening again, right? And then with things like you can have that probability of playing notes. And so, yeah, I'm bummed out that that doesn't work. So I went there. I went to my friend's house to pick up my synthesizer. And then I was so hungry. I was trying to like find like what can I buy at the grocery store to make myself some food. And I was so hungry that I couldn't like figure that out. And nothing really desirable was on sale. And so I went home and I ate. And then I did some invoices. So I sent out as many invoices as I could, and I got paid for one tonight, which is really good. So that'll like alleviate some of that anxiety about money. But then the whole time I was listening on repeat to Dead Things Talk by Cusp. Specifically, a live acoustic version recorded on a basketball court. And so this is unprecedented, but today I'm thinking about the song Dead Things Speak by Cusp. 2 days in a row, the same song. Although I'm going to link to the live acoustic version, which I sort of prefer. Like I love the arrangement in the studio version. This is apple juice, by the way. It's not beer, not yet. It's actually apple juice and water. A few years back, I started just like, I don't drink juice often, but when I do have juice, just cut it with water. It's great. It lasts longer. It's less sweet. It's fantastic. I really enjoy the arrangement. The guitar arrangement is really cool. But I like the simplicity of the acoustic version. But it's not like a basic song. Like there's some interesting stuff that I have no idea what her name is. I'm assuming the primary songwriter, but singer and guitarist of Cusp. Yeah, it's not complicated, but it's not simplistic, I don't know. It's really good, and I can't get it out of my head. And then, yeah, like the live version, another live version that I saw from some, I don't know, they posted a live recording from a show, I think that was done around the time that this album came out. And the first song is, on the live recording, is Dead Things Speak. And yeah, for some reason the lead guitarist, so in the studio recording, the lead guitar sounds are pretty clean. And he has this like really like not great sounding distortion, which is not good. And then I don't really like enjoy the synthesizer arrangements in the live version. So I don't know. Studio version is great. Live acoustic version is, I can't get enough of it. I'm going to listen to it again, probably right after I'm done with this. So, I still feel unmotivated to make music. Although I turned on my synthesizers so you can warm up, so the oscillators can stabilize. And I think I'm just going to do a little bit tonight, at least. Just like open up Ableton and send some MIDI out to these synthesizers and just plug some things in. I think a part of it is just that like I guess now that my rack is complete, I do feel like overwhelmed. Like there's like all these possibilities, right? And rather than I just see it as like, oh, well, like I can use the totality of these things, so I should be using all of these things, which isn't necessarily the case. These are all like options. I can just start simple and like add if I need to. But I also want to play a little bit of Mushi Himisama. Maybe I'll do that for like, I don't know, like a half hour or something. But now I don't really have any food left because I didn't go to the grocery store. So I don't know what I'm going to eat. I guess I could go to the grocery store. I don't feel like it at all. I don't know what to do. Later tonight, it's hopefully not... Oh, it's going to get fucking cold. Great. Okay. It's actually going to keep going down until we get to 0 degrees Celsius, literally freezing at 11 p.m. 31 degrees Celsius. 31 degrees Fahrenheit. 0 degrees Celsius, 31 degrees Fahrenheit. Not into that. But I don't work tomorrow, which is nice. And then I work a bit Thursday and Friday, but just doing janitorial work. And then on Saturday, Engine de Poitrine, who have blown up internationally, are playing at the venue where I work, but I don't know if I'll be able to go since it's sold out. Sometimes the it's the yeah. Sometimes I can go to all the shows for free, but sometimes when it's sold out, the director prefers that. Um, Instead of having to sort of like pick and choose from all the staff who want to go, just be like, all right, well, you have to ask in advance, and he'll like let a couple people in. Um, but yeah, that's it. I'm gonna go on with my day. I still have tinnitus. It's still terrifying, and I still haven't called to try to see a doctor. Um, there's always tomorrow. All right. Although it's cold and it's not warming up as quickly as I would like it to, winter is not leaving us alone as I wished would be happening by now. It has been sunny outside, and I've been taking advantage of these beautiful blue skies, this golden sunshine all along the way. Everyone, have a great rest of your night.